It feels like JD Vance has been playing cleanup ever since he was nominated for vice president. This might be one of the worst vice presidential picks of all time. And he was just on Fox News, but totally flopped. I mean, it couldn't have gone worse. I'm going to show you that in just a second. But Chuck Schumer is out today saying he doesn't even think that JD Vance is going to remain the vice president. Newsweek did a story that says Donald Trump may replace JD Vance within 10 days. Schumer is quoted in saying, quote, "The addition of JD Vance to the ticket is an incredibly bad choice. I think Donald Trump, I know him, and I think he's probably sitting and watching the TV every day. It comes out Vance has done something more extreme, more weird, more erratic. And I bet Trump is sitting there scratching his head and wondering, why did I pick this guy?" He goes on to say, "The choice may be one of the best things he ever did for Democrats." This is true. I feel like this JD Vance plus the Kamala Harris switch up has been a huge windfall for Democrats. I'm sure you're feeling it. I'm feeling it too. The energy's on our side, and they just have this weird lump of clay that is dragging them down. He goes on to say, now the President Trump has about 10 days before the Ohio ballot is locked in, and he has a choice. Does he keep Vance on the ticket, where he already has a lot of baggage and probably is going to have more baggage, or does he pick someone new? I'm interested to hear what you think. I was just at a dinner with a bunch of Democrats, and we all pretty much agreed that it's very likely he's going to let go of Vance. I don't know. I guess how would he do that? I think he would try to do it by saying he didn't make a mistake. It's just that Vance was underperforming. I think that's the way that his narcissistic mind could work through it. Trump's communications director has said repeatedly, and he says here, President Trump is thrilled with the choice he made with Senator Vance, and they are a perfect team to take back the White House. And any reporting to the contrary is nothing but ridiculous fake news from either non-existent sources or individuals who have no idea what's going on. Meanwhile, blah, blah, blah. And then he texted Democrats. So that is the media environment we are in right now. And JD Vance is trying to do everything he can to get out of it. And he's just failing at every step. It's like he is like literally that Simpsons meme where he's just stepping on rake after rake after rake.
I
think that's a pretty good metaphor. So here he is on Fox News trying to do cleanup, but he is just hitting rake after rake. Here is the first rake. He says that Trump is not a vengeful guy. Watch this, and then we'll listen to the blowback.
Of course, Trey. And you know, I was critical of the president back in 2015 and 2016, and he has looked at me as somebody who can contribute meaningfully to the future of the country, so he asked me to be his running mate. This is not a vengeful guy. The media lies about Donald Trump more than anybody I've ever seen in public.
So, of course, we know that is the most of all the things you can say of Trump. That is the least true of all the things you could say. Ron Filipkowski said, quite possibly the most ridiculous thing he has said since the last most ridiculous thing he said 5 minutes ago. Trump spent the entire midterms totally focused on taking out every Republican who voted to impeach him. Then he wiped out Mo Brooks, Bob Good, on and on and on. Yeah, Trump is the most vengeful person alive. If you love him, he loves you. And if you have done one thing to cross him, you are in his crosshairs for the rest of your life. And this next person, Meghan McCain, daughter of John McCain, says, every member of the McCain family can attest firsthand that this is a bold-faced lie. I will say Meghan McCain will every now and then come out with a banger tweet, and that is one of them. God bless. The next clip, JD Vance is asked. I'm just gonna play it for you.
There's a new insult out this week that her and her husband have been using towards you, calling you weird. Does that hurt your feelings? How do you feel about that?
No, not at all. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
There's a new
It's like, what a liar. Watch again.
Insult out this week that her and her husband have been using towards you, calling you weird. Does that hurt?
It's like, what was that? It's like you got punched in the face by it.
Weird. Does that hurt your feelings?
Okay. Anyway, I love that. But I'll tell you who didn't love that is Donald Trump. And then there's this weird, he tries to defend the childless cat lady comment. It flops, as it always does, because it's JD Vance. Here he is trying to defend it, and it doesn't make sense, but let's listen.
One more thing I'm going to say on this, Trey. I think a lot of parents and a lot of non-parents look at our public policy over the last 4 years and ask, how did we get to this place? How did we get to a place where Kamala Harris is calling for an end to the child tax credit?
Saying Kamala Harris wanted to end the child tax credit, it's just a lie. It's not even true. The Tennessee Holler says, not only did she not do that, it was Vance's Republican Party that blocked extending the child tax credit from coming to a vote. There's a link to the story there. I trust them. This is a wild degree of shameless lying that has become par of the course for this bunch. Yes, they are just literally making stuff up now. They're not even pretending to live in reality. I think it's so disturbing that it's like, I do think one of the best things we can do is just call it weird. It's so weird that they are just making stuff up. They're not even trying to win on the facts. They are just trying to win by creating an alternate reality. Here's how you know that this is like a runaway freight train for them, because Chelsea Handler is in on this. Of course, Jennifer Aniston commented on this a couple days ago, and she is so not one to talk about politics that often. But Chelsea Handler, of course, talks about it more. But watch what she did with the childless cat lady statement.
Oh, hey! As you might have heard, Donald Trump's running mate and future star of his own Dateline episode, JD Vance, is ruffling quite a few feathers this week.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies who look at Kamala Harris. The entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Listen up, you wingnut elegy. This country is still controlled by men in systems that were set up by men that are carefully crafted to continue to benefit men. So to put it in women-hating terms, you'll understand you're being hysterical. But let's be clear, there's no correlation between childless people and the presidency. For example, our very first United States president, Mr. George Washington, didn't have children. In fact, he had 2 stepchildren. That's right, just like someone else I know. And to your point about Kamala not being fit because she's not a mother, I'd like to remind you that no president in the history of the United States has ever been a mother. But maybe if she had 5 kids with 3 different men and a scandalous affair with a porn star and was convicted felon, that would be more palatable to Republican men. I mean, my God, are we tired? You sad, diet, Mountain Dew drinking, couch humping, dolphin porn aficionado, all of us childless cat and dog ladies are going to go from childless and crushing it to childless and crushing you in November. And before you tell me he didn't really fuck a couch, spare me. I grew up in New Jersey in the 80s where everyone had a couch in their basement, and I know a couch fucker when I see one.
Actually, I didn't watch that all the way through. That's brilliant. I want her to do more of those. Okay, so this has not been a great week for JD Vance. I predict that, unfortunately, Trump will get rid of him. I hope I am wrong. But if I'm not, then we are in for many more weeks like this.
I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?